Hey Collective, this is part 2 of Spirit Messages. Yeah, that first reading was just way too long to get all of this stuff in there, so I just got a few more messages. This one won't be as long as the first one, hopefully. Sacred freedom. Mommy, what time? Family. Family. Narrate, provide, deal, stillness, strength, instinct, heal. Okay. Which one is this? Power. Aries. Energy. Grow. Intention. Okay. Somebody standing in their power. Cunning. Healed. Communicate. Adaption. And what adaptation? Rest. Peace. Consume. Secret. That's just weird. Oh shit. Freedom, balance, and family. Is that it? Because this is a lot of messages. You know I would read them. Bottom of the deck, rebirth. Okay. These are pretty good cards. And it came in the upright, which is pretty good, to be honest. Okay, Ram, Aries. Let's see. Power. This card represents power and force. In ancient Rome, the ram was associated with the god Jupiter, the chief deity and god of the sky. This card is symbolic of power, might, and vigor. If you are using your reading to query about a person, this card may symbolize someone in a position of authority or respect. When dealing with the self, this card may symbolize your own inner power or strong passions. When reading this highly potent card alongside other cards, it imbues them with extra zeal and influence. The reading is magnified and empowered, taking the meanings to a more intense conclusion. This card may also represent born under the Western zodiac sign, Aries. Gain confidence in the face of those who might undermine you. Amplify the power of other spell work. A blessing on physical competition or exertion. Embolic ritual. Alexandrite, cinnabar, royal plum jasper are stones that keep you in good standings when it comes to this type of issue. Yeah. Okay. Let's go. That is a hummingbird. I just looked at the hummingbird. Energy. This card is excitement, enthusiasm, and unrelenting vitality. While the salmon card 96 is a marathon, the hummingbird card is a sprint. Just as hummingbirds have developed long beaks and tongues for the singular task of collecting nectar from long-necked flowers, the hummingbird card may symbolize a pinpointed exact task at hand. However, this also might indicate tunnel vision and merciless hyperfixation. Excitement for a task does not always mean that it should be a priority. Gain energy. Call extra energy and power into your spell work. Aid with feelings. What am I talking about? Of mania or erratic mood swings. Summer rites. Summer solstice. Calcite, ruby, zincite, quartz, stones. The hummingbird card represents not only the energy that the sun produces, but also the energy we take in. It is both energy given and energy being received. If the crab card represents the moon within this deck, then the hummingbird is the sun. So that's happiness. Well, that's good. Sending. This card represents an air and fire sign. Cunning. What is this? Animal. A fox. That's what it looks like. A fox. Am I right? Is it a fox? Yes. Cunning. This card represents shrewdness, wit, and astute intellect. The fox card in this deck represents a tactical and knowledgeable person one who prefers words over action. The fox is a stealthy and clever predator, and the fox card might be urging subtlety and tact in pursuing one's goal. A heavy hand is not always necessary, and the fox card encourages refinement and delicacy. Foxes are adaptable creatures, and by approaching a problem rationally and with a delicate hand, you will best discern how to move forward. Promote wit and logic in difficult situations. Deal with manipulative people. Protection from being taken advantage of. Warding against feeling tongue-tied. This is Earth sign. Amethyst, aquamarine, blue kyanite, and muscovite. Stones. Help with that. Grow. Salamanders. This card represents growth from destruction, like a sapling grown out of the ashes of a wildfire. The origin of this connection is often disputed, with some believing it may stem from salamanders who hibernated in rotten logs, only to burst forth when the logs were taken indoors and burned. This gave the illusion that these creatures were born from flame. Salamanders, like some reptiles, are capable of regrowing certain limbs after an accident. Excuse me. The salamander card may signify hope and recovery after a difficult time. While the symbol of fire can be one of destruction and harm, it also represents the heat of the hearth, the warmth of the home, and the light in the darkness. The type of growth that the salamander card invokes is regrowth from a period of difficulty, a tumultuous upheaval, or traumatic experience. Encourage new growth after a disastrous situation. Fire magic, candle magic, protecting or recovering from a destructive force. Garden magic. Carnelian, emerald, zolcite, agate, green, apophyllite. Stones will help with protection from that. Jellyfish. This card represents attention, psychological sensitivity. It is a card of going with the flow and trusting the process. Set your intention is the first step. Trust in the universe and the path it has set for you is the second step. Jellyfish are sensitive to changes in water temperature and have become an unwitting omen of climate change. This creature's sensitivity to change is ominous of danger and impending doom in our climate. The jellyfish card urges awareness of the world around us. It is a card of changing our intentions to something better and more beneficial. Set an intention, heightening psychic power, divination magic. magnetite, dioptase, rainbow moonstone, aqua aura stones. So make sure your intentions are in the right place and align with whatever it is that you are trying to accomplish. Make sure your heart and your intentions are in the right place if you want to achieve whatever that is, because yeah, you don't want to block your blessings by having a hidden agenda. The seahorse card represents the family, be it found family or blood relations. When seahorses mate, the female seahorse deposits her eggs in the male seahorse's pouch, inverting humanity's traditional heteronormative view of parental care. This card is symbolic of family in its essence as an accepting and safe place full of allies, protectors, and friends. It does not dictate what a family should or should not be beyond a grouping where one can feel loved. The Seahorse card signifies unconditional love, affection, care, and safety. This card may also indicate nurturing, development, and acceptance. It is a healing card whereby others around you are doing the healing, rather than you healing yourself. It is the act of defending those we love from harm and hurt, and protecting them with love and care. It is also a potent card for fertility or symbolic of a new member of the family entering your life. Blessings on children or unions, fertility magic or luck with an adoption to encourage harmony within a family unit. Pink carnelian jade and magnesite. Family, freedom. I forgot what them things is called, but I know what they start with though. I think. No, I think they back here. Damn, I hate when I do that. What is these damn things called? They called arrow. How's about this? They are called. No, that's not it then. What the hell is these damn things on here called? I don't remember. I don't remember it being this far up though. It's these, damn. Oh, there they go. Narwhal, freedom. Sorry about that, y'all. This card represents freedom and independence. The narwhal is a mysterious creature of the icy ocean. Even today, we have little understanding of their impressive singular tusk. The theory is that it might be used for communication. This card is one of liberty, independence, and not allowing yourself to be tied down. The narwhal card evokes magic, power, and spirit. It is knowing your own power and celebrating through expression, individuality, and uniqueness. The narwhal card is freedom from commitment, earthly ties, and responsibility, allowing you to swim in the deep oceans under an icy blue moon. This card is a symbol of adventure, travel, and journeys to find yourself and the power within. It is hope and liberty after a period of restraint and inhibition. Moving on from an acrimonious breakup, blessing a child or loved one, moving home, travel magic, golden burrow, uberite, lepidolite, and sunstone. Yeah, those are stones. Okay, so what was that? That was freedom. Heal. Let's see. Spirit got to say about healing. Healing. This card represents healing and restoration. Frogs were reportedly used as ingredients in spells for curing illness, ridding the skin of warts, and even curing a broken heart. This association with healing may have stemmed from lore that linked the frog with death and rebirth due to their transformation from a tiny water-based tadpole to their adult form. The frog card is one of physical and mental healing. Healing can seem like a long and arduous process, but this is a card of hope and recuperation. In ancient Egypt, The frog was a symbol of childbirth, fertility, procreation. The frog card might reference an upcoming birth, adoption, or addition to the family. Damn, this is the second card. If you do not plan on having children, then it might indicate the birth of an idea, life-changing project, or other creation of the mind or spirit. Healing magic, caring for a sick or recovering person. Fertility magic, luck with a diagnosis or surgery. Bloodstone, tourmaline, turquoise, clear quartz stones. Yes, because somebody ass has been doing hella magic on my sacral chakra that's been being reversed. And yeah, that whole little thing, that miscarriage shit is not gonna work. No, not this time. This card represents communication and connection. Animals from bats to dolphins use echolocation to scout the world around them, hunt down prey, find mates, or detect obstacles in their path. This form of communication with the world is alien to our own human processes and yet increasingly familiar as our species has begun to communicate electronically. This card symbolizes connection to the invisible as well as connection to the world around us. This card might encourage you to talk through your problems even if they seem insurmountable. Like the bat who carried messages through the shadows of mystery, the bard communicates mysteries which we aim to solve through listening and interpretation. This card reminds you to express yourself and find your voice. It may also urge you to acknowledge the hidden messages that have been troubling you. Ancestor work, divination, luck or blessing on a speaking engagement or presentation, encouraging clear communication. So, just be clear when you communicate, be rational, be in good energy. Somebody must always be listening and somebody must always be speaking clear and direct and honestly, right? So that everything could be interpreted in its proper manner. You know, equal give and take with the listening and response. And the conversation probably more than likely won't be an easy conversation, but if you just be patient and, you know, put your heart in the situation, have grace, be empathetic to the situation as well. So that way you can be not in a guarded, place, but more in a trying to understand place. And don't be so quick to react once you hear something that might trigger you. Take it in, sit with it for a second, and then think about how it's making you feel in a minute. That's what I learned to do. That's why I'm able to stay so calm, even when I'm pissed the fuck off, because a temporary emotion is not worth a final ending or a final, bad outcome just because you temporarily couldn't control yourself. So, anyway, the dolphin. The dolphin card urges balance between different aspects of the self. It is stability in the face of a storm and calming the tempest within to come to a better understanding. It is hectic lifestyle that needs reevaluation or stressors that need to be addressed. This card may also be asking you to question if your mind, body, spirit are in balance or if upheaval might be necessary to achieve equilibrium in the future. This card is associated with Libra. So this might be for you, Sam. Emotional balance during a difficult time, psychological balance, and aid for mental turbulence, aiding those with addiction. Yeah, this is definitely for you. So this card indicating obsession, addiction, or unhealthy fixation that is throwing you out of balance. This imbalance may also be affecting those around you, and it might be necessary to reconnect with those who can help or ground yourself in reality. Snap back to reality, Holmes. Yeah, imbalanced. Got a lot of shit going on over there. Where is, okay, sacred. This card represents sacred geometry and symmetry of nature. This card tells you to look for the sacred in the mundane and the supernatural in the natural. When this card comes into a reading, it is a reminder that we are all unified, similar and akin to one another. It is a symbol of our connection to each other as well as to the divine. Whatever the divine might mean to you, the card signifies our links and bonds with one another through not only our similarities but our differences. This card might be asking you to rise above a situation or seek enlightenment, communication with divine energy, meditating on the self, invocation work, and angel magic. Okay. Consume. Ugly as raven. I'm trying, some birds is ugly. Oh no, that's a vulture. Ravens are ugly too though. Let me see. Yeah. This card represents the union of life and death, consuming that which has died in order to live. The vulture card may be asking you to confront your own duality or how the opposites within yourself complement you as a whole. As a carrion bird, the vulture is fundamentally linked to death, but it is through their scavenging that they feed themselves and their young. Just as the death of one creature nourishes the life of another, remember that we are three-dimensional imperfect beings made up of a negative and positive trait. See? Light and dark. Our shadow may nourish our light as we learn and accept our own imperfections. See? The vulture was often used as an agent of vengeance in Greek myths. This card asks you to take care that vengeance and overwhelming negative emotion do not consume you and to find a balance between light and dark. Air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Urging justice upon one who has harmed you. Reversing hexes, shadow work, dealing with past life trauma, confronting one's own faults. See what I said? The turtle or the turtles. Okay, peace. This card represents the peacemaker, diplomat, and ally. In comparison to the heron card, which symbolizes inner peace, this card encourages peace and friendship with others. The sea turtle, hold on. This card encourages a peaceful environment where others around you may flourish. It asks you to work with others to maintain peace and cooperation. The sea turtle, as well as numerous other creatures mentioned within this deck, is under threat from pollution and climate change. This card may symbolize conservation, responsibility, and cooperation with the natural world. It is a reminder that we as individuals can make a difference and that true peace often requires hard work. Settling an argument, allowing people to see each other's point of view, guard against conflict, garden magic. See? I just told y'all. Didn't I just say that? Yeah. Gotta be able to, give each other the floor and all that good stuff like that. And just be adults. I mean, be accountable. Don't try to come into a situation trying to play the victim when you know you played a part in doing something wrong. All that gaslighting shit and all that, don't. Because, you wasn't thinking about all this when you did whatever it is you did. Or, whatever happened, you thinking on the same level. So you can't come in later on trying to be the victim when you know that you are the cause of the problem. Just own your shit. People make mistakes. How else are we going to learn? I keep saying that. This card represents, adaptation. This card represents adapting to new situations, flexibility, and adjustment. This card symbolizes adapting to your surroundings with ease and agility. It is the ability to think on your feet and outside the box. The octopus cards may urge you to read a situation from a new angle or take a new approach to your problem. See? The octopus is a creative problem solver, and this card encourages you to be the same. Take a step back and do not get tangled up in crisis. Regroup and begin the resolution afresh. Move into a new home or country, travel magic, aid in seeing an alternative path through a difficult situation. 8 and C now alternative path. Okay. So it looks like somebody's gonna have to make a decision to do something that they might have to adapt to, because it might not be something they would normally do, or they might come to a crossroad where it's going to be like an either or type of situation, maybe. But that's what it's giving me, like being able to just be like a chameleon, like be able to make an intelligent impulsive move, okay, and be able to adapt to whatever that move is in a timely manner to accomplish whatever needs to be accomplished, whatever reason you had to do it. The card represents the winter months and essential rest. Okay, the winter is very, very significant. It's like that's all Spirit keep talking about is the winter, the winter, the winter. Unlike Heron, who inspires psychological rest, Bear urges physical rest. This card tells you to reserve your energy and take a moment to look inward. On a bear's forehead is a symbol for the wheel of the year. Rest is a crucial part of the yearly cycle. Humanity's need for rest has caused us to create holidays, vacations, and seasonal celebration. This card is a reminder that we are all in our own cycles of being. What did I say? To which we should listen. Whether you are a night owl or early bird, if the darkening seasons affect your mental health, or if you menstruate, if you menstruate, cycles can affect your mood and way of life. This card is a reminder to listen to your needs and rest when required. Sleep, dream work, calling on reserves of energy, strength, self-care, winter rites, and Yule rituals. Okay. Oh, rebirth. Damn. Rebirth is the last one, y'all. Shaded old skin. This card represents the cycle of rebirth and eternity. As a snake sheds and emerges clean and new from the sheath of dead skin. What did I just say? Shaded old skin. It reminds us that us of the constant cycle of life, death, and rebirth. We shed our skin and hair daily, and the remnants of our bodily self become dust on the air, in the earth and in the water. This card asks us to consider our place in the grand cycle of things and remind us that change is a natural part of life. Gnosticism adopted the Egyptian symbol of Ouroboros, the snake biting its own tail, into its teachings as a symbol of infinity and continuity. The symbol was originally associated with the union between Ra, ancient Egyptian god of creation and of the sun, and Osiris, god of the dead. This union of life and death becomes a symbol of rebirth. This card may symbolize the infinity of time and its repetitive cycle. It expresses the need for renewal, change, and evolution in order for the cycle not to be constantly repeated. Past life regression, funeral blessings, birth blessings, spring equinox ritual, and garden magic. I don't know. I feel like I should read this. It says, the snake's rebirth is superficial in comparison to a butterfly. While as they shed their skin to grow, they remain a serpent beneath, as opposed to a new being entirely like a butterfly. They are still inherently the same and unchanged. The shadow reading of this card may be warning you of being shallow, small-minded, or difficulty seeing somebody else's view. That was really, really a good depiction of that, because a snake sheds its skin to grow. that's in size, that's not in intellect or transformation of self internally. It's just transformation externally, which means that regardless of how many times it sheds skin, it'll always still be the same snake. You know, it's not changing. It's evolving or transforming physically, but not mentally and spiritually. So, you know, no matter how many cycles it go through, it'll never be able to be trusted. Whereas a butterfly, you know, it literally goes from one thing to a totally different thing. And that's like more of a transformation of inside and out, you know. So I guess you could just like look at it in that way. Like, are you appearing to be changing, or are you secretly in the inside still holding on to past things or things that you need to be transforming with your physical change or with your what other things about you that has changed? Because some stuff could transform and some stuff could just be stagnant and just like harder to change about yourself. But you, those things that are hardest to change about yourself are the things you probably need to change the most. And you need to go within and figure out why are you having such a hard time growing in that area. What is keeping you stuck there? What is it about that situation or that feeling or that belief that what is it about it that you can't release or that makes you feel like it's not okay to release it or that it can't be transformed or shifted, you know? Because you can have your one, you can believe one thing, but also agree with another. You know what I mean? It doesn't always have to be like what I believe is the only thing that could be the correct answer. It's different perspectives to everything, and everybody's experience with certain shit is not gonna always be the same. So of course, you know, you don't want to deny somebody else's experience by, you know, making it like it's only about you, what you think or that. Because opinions are not facts. They're just personal, you know, experiences being expressed through conversation and based off of our own unique, you know, experience that we have on whatever it is that's being brought to the table. But not everybody's experience is the same. So how can I invalidate yours because yours is not the same as mine? My experience might have been a little bit more positive than yours, or my experience might have been worse than yours. But it's not for me to say, you know, oh, you didn't experience what you experienced because I experienced something different. So just be mindful of that. Stop projecting, like I said, onto other people. Allow people to live in their truth. Be able to accept people's truth. And if you can't, you need to figure out what is it about yourself that makes it so hard for you to be an acceptance of other people. Why do you need people to conform to what it is you want them to conform to in order for them to be accepted, particularly by you? Because that's like a control issue. And that could be abandonment. That could be being afraid of being rejected. That could be a lot of shit. Narcissism. It could be a lot of things. So, all right. So these are soul truths. These are like, I like to draw these to like also kind of like shadow work cards, kind of. But we'll see. What's the collective? What you want to ask the collective or have them focus on? What boundaries need to be created or strengthened within my relationship? To create more healthy boundaries, we must first get in tune with our own needs, desires, and feelings and believe we are worthy of them. In your relationships, it's essential to know where they end and where they begin. Today's soul action. When we separate our energy from others, we gain clarity about what we really want. Then we stop doing things that no longer align with ourselves. If you are an empath, you can still be compassionate towards others without taking on their stuff. It is safe to trust that you are not here to fix anyone. Excuse me. Today's mantra. I have everything I need within me now, and so do they. I'm worthy of my needs, and I set boundaries based on what's best for me. So somebody needs to set some boundaries. It's okay to feel bad for somebody. It's okay to have understanding of what somebody's going through. But just because you have understanding and compassion for someone else's situation doesn't mean that you have to take it on. You got your own shit to worry about. And when it's your turn, ain't nobody gonna take on your shit. They're gonna leave you there to take care of your own. And sometimes, it's nothing wrong with that. We're all grown as adults. We are responsible for our own selves. We do have to be accountable for our own actions and shit. But if you know that you're not dealing with people who give you the same love, light, encouragement, support, you know, if you know that I can't even ask this motherfucker for $5 without an attitude, or I can't even ask this motherfucker for $5 if it was the last thing on earth that I needed, this motherfucker wouldn't give it to me, or you dealing with somebody that's just like one-sided as fuck. You need to create boundaries with that person. It's okay to hear them out sometimes. It's okay to understand, where they're coming from, but that don't mean that it's your problem. We all grown. Where can I ask for more help in my life? Until we can receive with an open heart, we're never really given with an open heart. When we attach judgment to receiving help, we knowingly or unknowingly attach judgment to giving help. Today, ask someone for help and receive it with an open heart. I ask for what I want, and I'm open to receiving it. Now, if somebody's stubborn about asking for help, don't be like that. Everybody needs somebody sometimes. Imagine being in the world all alone and running out of every resource there is and having to figure shit out. Not having nobody to consult or go to when you feel lost or confused or need information or need assistance. Imagine never having that. So be grateful for being able to have it. When was the last time I couldn't stop laughing or smiling? Go back to a moment when you laughed so hard you almost peed in your pants. Feel the laughter grow in your body, your cheeks hurting and eyes watering. Maybe there was even a snort or two. Laughter is healing. It reminds us to take life less seriously and find the joy in the littlest things. Note to self, laugh more often. Make somebody laugh today. I know, right? I like laughing. I be in here playing all the time because it keep you in that youthful energy and it help you nurture your inner child. You know, how can I deepen my trust right now? Trust, surrender, let go of the will. You can trust. You can trust yourself. Trust fully in yourself so that you can deepen your trust in others. Trust creates safety, and when we feel safe, we feel unstoppable. Let go and trust. Today, find your center in chaos and be certain with yourself so you can deepen. Damn, what the fuck? Somebody is just really playing with the throat chakra. Deepen your trust in others. All right, and do one more. Today's one, Spirit. Today's one. Oh, well, last two. Am I apologizing for my truth? What part of you is apologizing for your truth and why? Today, be proud of your truth. Catch yourself when you want to apologize or withhold parts of it. You never know whose life you will change when you are brave enough to speak it. Be the lighthouse that shines on the courage that lives in all of us. This will give others permission to speak their own truth. There's room for all of us. Courage is contagious. Yep, when you be brave and be vulnerable, we look at when you're not comfortable with yourself completely, you look at it as being weak or showing people a weakness, when really it's a strength because everybody thinks like that. Everybody thinks that being vulnerable is a weakness. So when somebody's doing the opposite, it empowers people to do the same because they see that, it's strength and vulnerability to be able to endure and, be resilient through whatever it is you're enduring and come out victorious or with a lesson learned or whatever, and be able to express that and be comfortable with what you've gone through, understanding that things didn't happen to you, it happened for you to get to where where you are today. It's like earning your stripes. How can I surrender even more in this moment? It is essential to have clear, strong intentions of what we desire, but it's equally important for us to detach from the outcome. It's time to surrender. Let the universe have some breathing room to work. Let go of the will and trust so deeply that your trust turns into gratitude for what you cannot see yet, but you know is coming. Excuse me. Today's soul action. Know this so deeply that your soul vibrates. You are not alone. Your life has purpose, and the more you surrender, the more God can produce miracles in your life. Today's mantra: I surrender. I accept all that I cannot change. I release the outcome, and I joyfully trust the process. Just pray it, okay? Tell the divine what you want. Make sure in your heart and in your mind it's aligned that you deserve this, and your intentions for wanting whatever this is you're asking for is in a good place. Um, and just keep it in your head and really believe that it's gonna happen. Like, it's gonna happen. Like, you gotta have faith in yourself too. You know, not just the divine. You gotta have faith in yourself. Okay, so on to this. What is this? What you want me to say? Is this that or Richie? Something. Hold on. Is this what we decided? It was another page I was supposed to be doing. The little bitchy energy or some shit. But I figured, since we got these ones, we're just gonna start here then. Okay, so this is a book that I love to work in. Work in, learn from. So this is a Sacred Relationship 7-day transformative work. The most important relationship on earth is your relationship with self. The extent to which you heal yourself is the extent to which you will be able to heal all your relationships. I'm sure you have already improved. Stay on the road. It's getting better. Focus not so much on the outer world. As your inner environment is healed, the world around you will improve. Self-communication, love, unity, and compassion for your sacred self aids you in establishing a sacred relationship with all others. This week, enjoy all of your relationships. List all your relationships. This is number 1. Explore the current state of those relationships and what you need to do to bring about divine order in each one. Keep praying about purifying these relationships to understand the lesson that each relationship has brought into your life. Practice forgiveness of self and others as you do your daily altar work so that you spiritually cleanse your heart and all your conditions. Third is process old hurts from unhealed relationships by placing photographs of those who need forgiveness on your altar and chanting, "Love holds no grievance. What's past is the past." Perform 7-day prayer work for sacred relationships. Place a photo of your mother and father on your altar in a beautiful frame. Write a love letter to your parents, expressing all the gratitude that you have for the relationship that birthed you. Even if right now you don't feel the emotions expressed by the words, writing this letter will begin to heal your heart for once you come to grips with the foundational relationship in your life, that of your parents, then all other relationships will prosper and give you Hotep. Consciously release old relationship patterns through purification rites, journal work, prayer work, and affirmations. Don't be erratic and jump into new relationships without ridding yourself of old toxic habits that drew in your previous toxic unions. Next, this is 5. Within the next 7 days, write a thank you letter to all those in your life with whom you are or have been in sacred relationships. Thank each individual for the special riches they bring to your life and place these letters on your altar. Infuse them with more love and gratitude each day, and when you complete this gateway, put these love offers in the mail. If the person has passed away or has vanished out your life, then burn the letter with a little sage to begin to release the vibratory pain of your past. Send love, light, and forgiveness to those you're sending letters to, or who are on your relationship list during your morning meditation and prayers. Lastly, our, our, our set is about nurturing yourself first. Self-worth, self-love must be in place within you in order to establish any divine relationship. It's not about your relationship with him or her, it's about your relationship with yourself. Once you tend to this relationship, then all others will reflect your personal wellness and wholeness. As you do your journal work, ask yourself what it would take to establish a healthy relationship with yourself. Okay? So, this is basically just talking about shadow work, you know, building a better rapport and relationship with yourself, being comfortable with who you are completely, you know, and taking a look at the people that you've attracted in your life and figure out what about you have attracted those people and what about you need to change in order to attract better people, or, you know, whatever it is that you feel you need to be working on. Lastly is our shadow work question, and it is what I want and what I need are not always the same thing. How do I feel about this statement? That's true. Most of the time, the things we want are the things that we need the least, right? Sometimes we be wanting things that are good for us, or some things, you know, sometimes we want things that are of quality or um, does have importance, but most times the things we want don't align with what we need. Um, the things we need usually conjures up a challenge. You know, the things you need most of the time requires something about you to change, to be worked on, you know, healing, things like that are things that we need. Shadow work, things that we need. But we want to continue, you know, moving forward into new relationships and shit without having to do all of that. And sometimes that makes what you want and what you need clash, because maybe what you want is not the problem, but you not having what you need is going to create a failure in the situation. You might want a particular person, which it might be an awesome person, but if you don't have all the tools that you need to be your best self for this person, then later on down the line, that you not having those tools could affect that partnership, you know, because maybe this person is equipped with everything that they need to be whole and be aligned and high vibrational, and they're working on themselves. But if you're not going to do the same thing and you want to come in all toxic and shit, 9 times out of 10 you're going to eventually lose this person because you're not on their vibration. You are going to basically come in and lower their vibration if they allow it, and that's not fair. So it's important to recognize what we do need, know what we want, recognize what we need, see how they align, and see what needs to be done on the need side in order to gain what the want side wants. It's nothing wrong with what you want. We are free spirits. We should be able to manifest whatever it is that we want. It is, like I said, the heart space of what you want, the intention of what you want. Do you want this fancy car because you want to feel like you're above other people, or do you want it because you just genuinely love this car and you really, really, really feel like you worked hard and deserve to have it? You know, it's a difference. Sometimes we want stuff, and the reason why we want it is not. good. And so spirit will take that as something that, you want for bad intentions, and you don't need it. You don't need anything that's going to cause you to operate out of just your shadow or out of ego or pride, or arrogance and stuff like that. You want to always stay humble no matter what it is that you accomplish in your life, because just as fast as something was given, it can be taken away like that, you know. So always be mindful of being humble. And people are more threatened by humble people. I'm a humble person. That's why people don't like the fact that I'm temperance, that I have the ability to be going through chaos and not allow it to put me in an uproar, or not allow it to affect me to the point where people can physically see that I'm going through something. You know what I'm saying? No, because you can't let situations control you. You have to take control of the situation in order for you to get through it. If it's controlling you and got you all in a rampage and going off and reacting in crazy ass way and all that, you're not learning shit. You're being defeated as soon as this shit starts. So not only are you going through something pretty much for no reason, because you're going to have to repeat that same test until you learn the lesson. Things will continue to repeat itself in your life. You will continue to meet the same type of people. The same snake ass shit will continue to happen to you until you understand that boundaries are required. Release is required. Separation might be required, or just distance or whatever. So, sometimes you gotta stop. You gotta be accountable. You can't blame everybody else for everything that go in your life. Like, some people do cause certain situations to occur, but there's always something about your reaction or non-reaction, or something you could have done or you didn't do, or you shouldn't have done, or whatever, always plays a factor. And that's the part about you going within and embracing your shadow. Like, yeah, maybe I didn't do the most positive thing, or maybe I wasn't a stand-up person in this moment, but you know, now I see the importance of why the next time around I need to be a more stand-up person, or I need to speak up for myself, or I need to stay quiet, or I need to, whatever it is you need to do, but be accountable that, okay, I forgive myself, I made a mistake, maybe in that moment your intentions might not have been the best, but maybe you also didn't intend for whatever happened to happen either. You might not have had the best intentions, but that don't mean that you have malicious intentions either. It doesn't mean you intended to do something very harmful, but something harmful could come out of it. When you fall for anything, it don't stand for nothing. And that's why it's important, because you can sit back and allow some unethical shit to happen that that you could stop, and everybody use that excuse, that's not my business, or it ain't got nothing to do with me. But then if I sit back, or we all sit back and watch some shit happen to you gonna be looking at us like, why the fuck we ain't help you, or why we ain't stand up for you. And then you'll be pissed off when we say, oh, that ain't my business, or whatever. Sometimes it's just about the principle of shit. It's just about character. It don't really be about if I owe you something or not, or if you my man or not. It's just, what's the right thing to do? Should I sit around and let a bunch of fucking people pick on one fucking person, especially that I know they only doing it out of hatred and jealousy, and to be underhanded and be weird and negative anyway? I'm not about to sit back and let nobody do that. Or even if that's what you choose to do, because people are grown and you can't make people do what they don't want to do, I'm not indulging in that shit. I'm not. You got to have your own brain, because you're going to suffer your own consequences at the end of the day. Regardless of what group you was with, y'all going to get judged separately. So why would I cast a fucked up ass judgment on me and be going through bad karma because I decided to jump on the bandwagon with some fucking losers? that won't go within, that won't change themselves, that won't work on themselves, that don't want to do shit. They're lazy, you know, and entitled and feel like somebody owed them something that don't owe them shit. You need to be holding your parents accountable, not somebody that you don't even fucking know or that don't even know you. You all in their business because you a hater, you know. Instead of going to your parents and trying to figure out why the fuck is you so insecure like this, or why is you so obsessed with somebody else's life. What is it about your life that you hate so bad, and why is it that you hate your life so bad about this thing? What, you can't change shit that already happened. All you can do is move forward and change the outcome of your life, you know. But some people don't think that far, and some people just too lazy to even go that far, even for themselves. So those type of people you have to like sometimes distance yourself or release, because if they're not willing to help themselves grow, then you know fucking well they're not going to do anything to help you grow. People don't like to see you doing better than them at all. So as long as you in a low vibrational energy and you doing drugs and drinking and being lustful and selling your body and doing all this wild ass shit, partying every day, not paying your bills, being irresponsible as fuck, you know, like them, they feel like y'all the same. They feel like, you know, we equal. But like I said before, once you start doing better, that's when the hatred start coming out. That's when the envy and the secret feelings that you didn't know was there start to show, because now a person feel like you better, or you get beside yourself because you working on you like you ain't allowed to, because they don't want to work on themselves. That shit is personal. Don't project your bullshit over here because you fucking lazy and feel like somebody owe you something. Don't nobody owe you shit but your parents. And if they ain't, you know, getting held accountable for whatever it is that they did or did not do to your life to fuck it up, then don't come over here talking shit to me about mine, because I'm right exactly where I'm supposed to be in this moment at this time, whether it's above you or below you or right on the same fucking page, bitch. There are no coincidences. There are no mistakes, you know. So, I guess that's it, guys. I'm a Deb. Get up out of here. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. I might come back later and do the tarot, because I definitely didn't do my tarot reading. Or I might just make another video and just do the tarot, and that'll be it. But, alright, catch you guys on the flip.